There's always the popular narrative that it's a rush to liquidity, that people are meeting margin call requirements, and gold and silver are incredibly liquid, so you throw out the baby with the bathwater. And but if you look at it really closely, you got the S&P in bear market territory down over 20% for the year. You got the Nasdaq down over 30% for the year. The Russell 2000, which is a better indication of the broad market or the economy, as the big companies are stripped out of there, down over 30%. The Dow down close to 20, almost in that bear market territory. And what's gold doing? It's flat. It hasn't really done much of anything. It might be up 5 or down 5, but it's flat. It's holding its own. It's doing what it's supposed to. Because you know what? In my opinion, man, in a market like we see now, he or she who loses least wins. And I think that's kind of what gold is supposed to do. It's not to make you wealthy, but it's supposed to retain your purchasing power in an environment where things are dropping underneath you.
Let's talk about 2008 specifically. I remember 6 months prior to Lehman collapsing, we had Bear Stearns going under. We saw the price of paper, gold, and silver start to sell off alongside of the stock market. They started to trend down from their highs until finally we saw that immediate rush to liquidity in mid-July, August, prior to Lehman collapsing. But gold and silver did something different. They bottomed around October, November of 2008, whereas the stock market kept selling off. Let's talk about that. What was it like back then in the industry when that paper was selling off, but you were trying to sell coins?
It was the most frightening time of my career, man. It truly was, because I'll never forget that. I remember laying in bed in the middle of the night with my wife saying, what the hell are we going to do? We're going out of business. Because as the price of gold fell from 1,000 to 700 and silver from 21 to 9, you would think that everyone was dumping everything they had onto the market, as gold fell by 35% and silver by 60%. But in reality, what had happened is that it was all a paper drive-by shooting, as every single mint on the planet or refinery on the planet within a matter of days was sold out of product. The US mint, the Canadian mint, the South African, Australian, Austrian, and the UK mint were either completely shut down for the remainder of the year or back ordered anywhere as long as 12 to 20 weeks. Yeah. And so what was interesting about it is that when the market finally came back online, and it would have been mid-November, or I take that back, somewhere in the area of November. So there was about 2 months left in the year. We had, if I'm not mistaken, $9 silver, and the best you could find in silver anywhere in the country, anywhere in the industry, was $17 to $18. You were paying 100% premium after what was at least a couple month hiatus and really being able to get anything, as everything just vaporized and disappeared. But you'd pay 100% premium and then be told you had to wait eight weeks to get it and had to pay in full up front. Same thing was true with gold. So what you saw was a paper price non-reflective of the real price of physical metal. And that premium was pretty much commensurate with the physical drop. With the drop in the spot price, the premium was commensurate with it, along with 8-week delivery delays. If you would have bought Silver Eagles from me in November 2019, you would have paid $339 over. I would have bought them back for $265 over. 4 months later, I would have paid you $11 over to buy those same Silver Eagles. And right now, Silver Eagles, I'm not looking at my sheet, but I think it's north of $7 or $8 over the price of silver I will pay people to buy their Silver Eagles. Yep. Everything that we buy back from the public these days carries a premium above spot. And so, I think that this is emblematic of the fact that getting product is very, very difficult these days. I've been saying this for a long time. I think certain people think I'm just trying to talk my book. What I'm simply saying is that I'm looking, when you ski, you're supposed to never look at the tips of your skis. You're supposed to look 10, 12 yards ahead. And that's what I'm doing. I'm looking 10, 12 yards ahead, because when people wake up, Rick Rule talked about the other day, 0.5% of this country owns any precious metals, 0.5%. So that's nothing. Yeah. So, if you talk about a 5% allocation, when it becomes obvious that things are going in the wrong direction, you need metal, that's a tenfold increase in demand. And that's really 5% allocation. What's that? That's nothing. So anyways, all I'm simply saying is this. I see a time, because in all my career, which has been 33 years, getting product has never been an issue. Getting clients has been a bigger concern. Now, I'm less concerned about getting clients and far more concerned about getting product. That's something I'm not used to.
Before we continue, help us clicking that YouTube like button and subscribe now to our channel. This shows the algorithm that you valued this information. And it helps us spread that message. Sharing is caring. And now, let's continue.
I have bad news for you. If you're not rich by now, you're screwed. And if you're in debt, you're even double screwed. How so, you might wonder? Well, the sad truth is that you're working your whole life to make someone else rich. The mega corporations, the banks, the politicians, everyone is getting richer. They get your money. And what is even worse, they get your time, they get your life. You are not even in a rat race. You're in a financial prison. But what could a solution for you look like? Honestly, I don't know, but I know what a solution for me would look like. It's very simple. I use whatever money I have and I multiply it with 1,000. This could make my life much easier and probably yours as well. If you have $1,000 available and multiply this with 1,000, I believe that this could solve some financial issue for the one or the other. Of course, if you're ugly, you would have to multiply it with much more than 1,000. My name is Markus Dahn, and this is what I decided to do. I decided to 1000x my money. This is not a joke. I know what you may be thinking. What is this guy talking about? How should this work? This is not possible. Well, I made a detailed video where I laid out my plan. And some clever folks might even want to look at this plan and copy it and do exactly what I do. This is just a little hint on the side. You have two options. You leave, you forget what you have seen. You do whatever you're doing and you hope that somehow you get some other results. Good luck with that. Or you click the link below the video. You enter your email address because I'm not showing this to everybody. You at least watch my video on how I plan to 1000x my money. The choice is yours. Make the right choice. Join me. See what a different future you could have. See at least how I intend, how I plan to do the 1000x. So click on the link below, enter your email address, and I see you on the other side. Your Markus Dahn.